This conference will now be recorded.
All right, well, happy Monday, everybody. Today is February 11th. And as always, everything that we're going to be talking about this morning is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so overall, so far, coming in on Monday morning, not really a ton that's going on, but we do have some good stuff that's out there. So first thing looking at is EA. Now this thing is just going on a rampage ever since it took that big hit after its earnings. It's just been completely coming back. And one thing that we could see coming into this morning is we started off with a few ass prints at 101, which would be absolutely perfect if we didn't immediately follow with getting those aspirins that came in at bid prints, at 101. So coming 101.70 and 102, we can see there is some new buying that's coming back in. And even though it doesn't look like much at all, I mean, this right here, 5,000 shares that just came back in. If you look at the actual orders themselves out there, they're non-existent. So even though it's only one print for 5,000 shares, that does mean a lot when we're looking at a stock like EA based off the variables throughout the orders that we see. So I'm going to be watching that one very closely. Next one is Kron. Seems like we've been pretty much watching the same stocks over the past few days. But Kron coming back up, we can see we did have some big selling bursts come in this morning so far. If we take a look over here, 1940, and then coming back up to the 2035 level, 2035 and 2040. You can see some definitely some bigger selling coming up. So I would expect it to pretty much make a run once the market opens to come back down towards those prints. Now, one thing is that we know that we're going to be seeing selling because it's up a substantial amount. We're talking about $1 from pretty much where it closed. So essentially, we're going to see profit taking. Really, what we want to see is somebody coming in and show us new buying for this thing to be able to continue back up. Off the levels is that short term. I'm not sure at what point you typed that. Sorry, I wasn't looking at it. Off level is that short. What level? No, it doesn't necessarily mean it's short term because if you look, I mean, the amount of selling that's coming into it is taking is a pretty substantial amount, and based off the orders, it's pre-market very thin. This does look like longer term. Now, one thing we do want to keep in mind is the time that it came in. So 8:30 this morning. All right, pretty far away from where we're looking for. Pretty far away from that open, so definitely we want to keep in mind that we're not going to be expecting it to happen immediately. So that selling to be satisfied, we're going to expect a move up first before that, based off the variable of time. I know we talked about that in full detail in last classes. Now, next one looking at, I just want to pull up real quick because I love the story, and it is SQ. So SQ, we kept talking about it. We keep getting new selling, but we talked about the amount of times that it hit the 74 level on that bid side. We needed to see an extended pull up. And we also have ask prints at that 75 level, okay, that need to be satisfied as well. So keep an eye on SQ today because it's getting very close to satisfying everything it needs to before we can end up coming back down. And that huge selling that we've been seeing coming into there actually show some profit within it. Now, NVDA is another one looking at this morning. I know Nitesh had just put that out there, but we just had some beautiful prints come in at that 145.50. So we're going to be expecting a pull up and then a move back down. As of right this second, there's really not much going on in it. So there's really not much more of a story that we need than what we see coming in here from those specific prints. And other than that, the list is pretty bleak because if we come over and we look at our scanners, you can see there's just not much really going on out there. So OTLK, we can see beautiful move this morning, but it was on nothing. It died out. I just have no interest. There's no variables that I see within it that really makes me want to pay attention to it once the market opens. AVCO is not horrible, but it's not good either. I mean, it didn't give us as much as we would have liked to see at 6. You can see just absolutely nothing of any real substance. It's kind of just sitting here on extremely low volume. It's another one. It's not even worth putting on the side list. There's going to be better things that pop up once the market opens. BIOC, absolutely nothing going on there. DWT ETF, INPX, 110. But another one, just absolute garbage. And then the losers list is just non-existent to be for almost anything. I mean, you have one stock and it's an ETF that's over 100,000 shares being traded. So just nothing going on that losers list this morning. So really, it's just kind of a mix of the stories that we already have and then Kron and EA. I mean, I don't see anything else out there that really gets me too excited. Now, anything else out there that I missed? Fortunately, I think that's going to about do it. So coming into this, like I said, coming into these mornings, for especially when we're coming back from a weekend, things, just have the patience. Remember, we're going to find the high probability trades. It's just a matter of letting them come to you, not going out there and chasing them. We want to remember that every single morning that we go out there and trade. All right, guys. So remember, tomorrow's Traders Exchange, te@atc.trade is the email address. Let's make sure we start thinking about our questions and topics. I will see everyone in the chat, and happy trading.